All right, should be live. Let me get situated here real quick. Running a little late, but couldn't be helped. Oh boy, what a day. Yeah, I know, Super Vega Man. Late. Had me a day though. Whee! Was out shopping for most of the the last part of the morning because we got a late start. Had to run around a little bit, but it's all good. YouTube finally paid me, so after the stream I'll probably look up UPSs and see which one I want to get for this computer. Tim, what is up, Tim? All right, let's. We have Aeon Kong. What is up? Haven't seen you in a while, my brother. All right, let's switch over here. Hopefully, my machine will not reboot or lock up or do anything crazy. OBS, just before I went live, decided it needed to update, so I don't know. We'll see. All right, first things first, we're going to use up some energy. And man, we have a less than a day to get that done, huh? Okay. Dagri, what is up? I'm doing okay. How about yourself? How's everybody doing? I'm a little tired, but happy. Turn down the sound a little bit. All right. Oops. I knew I was gonna do that sooner or later. Yeah. Let's try that again. Since I already did that one. Need to just go ahead and get this knocked out. I think my 5 stars are not going to be off cooldown for a little bit. Got a late start and it threw me off completely. But it's all good. That's good to hear, Dagri. I like it when everybody is doing okay. My sister, she's not feeling well right now, but she loves those stories about bad things happening to folks, aka the news. Seems to be all that's on there these days, and it's been that way since I was a kid. So I like to hear nice stuff, good things happening to people. There's plenty of stories for the other. So give me the good stuff. I may just go ahead and, because I have some energy refills. And I think completion is still on, so I might just go ahead and knock this out. I don't know if I'll do heroic as well. I might. We'll see. Yeah, let's do you again. But yeah, so we had some fun with the pharmacy. one of the meds that my sister takes that she needs, they were just messing up between her and the doctor. It was just a mess, and it started from yesterday. And she has one of those medications that you can't refill well ahead of time. They don't let you do that. It's very controlled. So when it gets down to it, you know, she's gotta. And they were just acting up. I mean, they didn't have it. We went to Walmart, which is where we usually go. They didn't have it, but they did have a version of it. But the version that they had was not covered by our insurance, and it's very expensive. And so we were like, well, that's not gonna work, you know? I was like, okay, well, you know, and they sent her a notification saying that it was ready. And when we get there, there's nothing. They don't have it. They have this other thing, which the insurance don't cover. And like I said, it was a big mess. And she's been on the phone with them since yesterday and most of this morning. So we were going to go shopping earlier, but we were waiting until we got that resolved so that we could get something while we were out. So we got out much later than normal, and we didn't get home until after my normal stream time. And of course, I hadn't eaten since breakfast. So I hopped into Chris LaFleur's stream. I had bought a little Subway sandwich, chowed down on that and some chips. Not exactly the healthiest thing, but it was quick. And then started up. Skadoosh. Love it, love it, love it. Your parries are on point. Sometimes, Dagry, sometimes. I'm very parry heavy in my playstyle, which when I have to fight in a different way, if I have to change up in the middle of a fight, oh my goodness, which is why I hate limber. I hate limber with a passion. Precisely for that reason. Because I'll be able to start off fighting the way I normally, you know, fight. But then I'll have to change up. Now, what you just saw him do there, he shouldn't do. He shouldn't be able to do. It's a bug. Because I was trying to push him higher, but he fired that off right in the middle of my combo. Okay, come on. Thank you. Very, very annoying. Come on. Thank you. Let's get a little something something on him here. LaFleurageous. Nice. Uh-oh. There we go. Get a few of these. Hitting into my block like that. There we go. All right. How am I doing with the solos? Okay. I've got a few of them. Most of them I get right in the arena. So it's all good. Ooh, Pedro, what's up? Month-end meetings. Oh, man. Just dropping by, give him that like. Most appreciated, man. Catch you on the rebound for sure. Oh, man. I remember meetings. Some meetings I liked. Most of them I did not like. Okay. Just hitting me. That's cool. Okay, mistimed that one. He knows he better throw it. Too late. Missed your chance. Jay Heltz, what's up? Jimmy D. Rock, what is up? Welcome, Floridians. Welcome, welcome. Ricochet, what is up? Is that your way of saying ditto? Okay. I think we have one path left here. Okay. To do this so I don't have to keep using these up. It was a while before I realized I could do that. Kept doing them one at a time. But what's up, J-House? Woo, he shrugged it off. He had a fury. And that small chance. Oh, now he's got 4. Oh, no. There we go. Well, I was a little too slow. No furies now. Still shrugged it. Okay. Now that you've hit me, will you behave? Maybe. Here, let me just do that. Nope. How about something else? What else you want? All right, fine. Let's just. He don't want me to parry him. That's all I was doing. I was just waiting to see how long he was gonna act like that. Oh, now I can parry him. So interesting. Come on. Tell you, AI is fun sometimes. Sometimes. The real deal. What is up? Welcome, welcome, man. Billy D, I see you. Welcome all you Floridians. I'm usually in Chris's stream when I can. He started streaming today, right when we left to go shopping. Woo, just punching me all in the face. Woo, keep punching me. Any more? Oh, now it's your butt. Now you're done. Come on. Don't run from it. You know it's coming. Get all that poison on you. This is only master mode, so I'm not too worried about it. Chris, what is up? Let's see. I didn't use my Red Hulk last time, so I'll use him. Yeah, Florageous. Love it. I don't know if you were here. I was saying when you started streaming was when I had to go out shopping. Normally, we go out shopping earlier. And then I can get back and then I can go in your stream unless I fall asleep. That's all right, Chris, man. Take care, man. Much appreciated. May all your plans come to fruition as you wish them to. Blue thumb up, attention. Like a. All right, Billy D. Woo. I still don't have me a Black Bolt as a 5-star. I actually want him as a 5-star. Yeah, take care, Chris. I'm actually not in arena for a change. But I will be doing some arena afterwards. But we got less than a day to get the monthly event quest done. And I already have Uncollected fully explored. And I think this will be my last path for the first quest in the last chapter. And then we'll have that last quest to finish up. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to do heroic. I could. I love how they made sure you're going to fight Thing. No matter where you are. You can't get away from Thing. Come on, Thing. Come on. Come on. This new AI, man. Oh, how'd you? Okay. All right. I ain't gonna even ask. There we go. Okay, he just backed off. Cool. Thank you. Boy, he's so annoying to fight, let me tell you. Come on. Okay, well, that's it for that. Just do as much damage as we can. Yep, till he does that. Let me see, we might survive it. Okay, we survived, but... There we go. He had me in that corner, boy. Keith, win it! What is up? You're not even completing heroic this month? Too hard? I completed it. I just don't think I'm gonna fully explore it. They gave us a little bit less time. Normally I'd take my time and I don't use any energy refills. Just every time I have full energy, I go ahead and complete a path or two, and I always get it done. But not this time. Got the new event starting tomorrow, so I don't want to spend too much time. Okay, just hit me. What is going on? Okay, I don't know what was happening there. Just would not block, wouldn't parry, wouldn't do anything. Here we go. Annoying little bugger. Says, I'm having such an issue finding Avengers to fight in the arena 25 rounds, and I fought 2 of them. Well, you know I fight so much arenas just like you, so I'm not sure where I'm at. All right, Let's move on to the next one. And I guess we'll just start. Actually, you know what? Let me change out my team. Add in some fun. Let's see. Let's put you in there. And we'll put you in there too. And I would put Ghost in there as well, but I don't want to get used to fighting her without Wasp right now. I don't know. All right. Let's get these guys down. Have no time for heroic, not with all the bounties. I know, right? We got so much. And I don't mind it at all. Have a sickness, even with the shortened event. I'm 100%ing all the difficulties. Yeah, there ain't no way. I've completed them all. And keep in mind that not only did I do the bounties, but I also fully explored Variant too. So, yeah. I did a lot. I fully explored Variant. I've done all the bounties. Fully explored Uncollected. This here, I'm fully exploring Master. Anything else, if I want to, I'm going to need to use energy refills, but I don't know if I want to do that. Just for Master, but who knows? Later on, I may go, you know what? Let's do it. I mean, completion is on, so we'll see. That's it for you, Mr. Human Torch. Now, as you saw there, I was able to evade both of his specials. I know how to evade them. But every so often, they act crazy. Yes, Tim is a madman. My Domino, she's being a little coy. She don't want to come out of the crystals. But I got some things waiting for her. I got some 6 stones waiting if I need them. Although those 6 stones are probably going to go into Havoc, to be honest with you, if I can get him awakened. But I got a rank up 4 to 5 gem that I will use on Domino if I get her. Come on, Ghost. Thank you. No, sir. I remember she wrecked me when she first came out because I didn't know her movements or anything like that. Pain. So I finished the Use an Avenger in Arena with ease. The defeat one, I am barely crawling. Yeah. I don't even know where I'm at. I haven't really been paying attention, to be honest with you. I figure I'll get them as I get them. And, you know, not really worry about it too much. Low blow, key, yeah. Honestly, I'm not too worried about, you know, getting champions because I've had some insane luck this past year. When I look over my roster, I realize that I have most of the most wanted champions. There are folks that don't have any of them at all. And I have most of them. I don't have Domino. I don't have Omega Red. But I've got Corvus. I've got Blade. I've got Ghost. I've got Starkey. I've got Captain America Infinity War. got a lot of the champions people want the most, so no complaints from me. All right, what is he doing? All right. What in the world? Thank you. If he had gotten synthesis, because I parried him, and then I tried to do a heavy, and you saw my guy just stand there. If he had gotten synthesis after that, I would have been very upset. D43, stopping by, dropping that like. Appreciate you, brother. PMP, what is up? What is up? I definitely know how that is, Key. You know, as an arena grinder, I want new champions. Just wanted to push him to his, okay. There we go. Wanted to make sure I pushed him to his special too, but I was also trying to get neuros on him. Get him down even faster when he gets to that 30%. Then it's over with. Nope. I don't have a 5-star Medusa. Not yet. Working on Variant Chapter 2 completion. Cool. The rewards are worth it. When am I planning on watching it? I really don't know, Aeon Kong. I really don't. It may be a while. Unless my sister or one of my friends wants to go see it. Chances are I'll be waiting. Woo! Thank you. Oh! Oh, that hurt. But not as much as that. I'm watching it Thursday. I'm almost to the point where I will stop going into streams until after I see it, so D-bags don't spoil it for me. I don't blame you. And if anybody posts any spoilers, feel free to ban them. Permanent ban. No timeout. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Now, I haven't seen it, so I might not even know what what all the spoilers, but really, don't even be saying anything about it. I basically take the same stance as Brian Grant on that. Whoa! Why did he jump forward like that? Interesting. Not that it's gonna stop anything, but he shouldn't have jumped forward like that, right into his beam. It's almost like he drew him in. Aeon Kong, you're planning on watching it on the 26th or the 27th? Cool. J House says, I'm kind of bummed I didn't see Captain Marvel before going to see Endgame on Sunday. May have to bootleg it somehow. Says, all right, don't mind if I do. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm hearing them talking about it. Now, me personally, just like with Brian Grant, although I probably watch a bit more movies than he does, but spoilers don't really bother me, to be honest. Whether somebody posted a spoiler or not, wouldn't affect my enjoyment of the movie. Okay, got a neuro on him at least. Okay. Still got him. Annoying bugger. Meister, what is up? What is up? In fact, you need to go find that end credit scene. Oh, man. Yeah, like I said, them things don't really bother me. But I'll get bothered on behalf of others that will have their enjoyment spoiled. Which is why, ban. Ban with a quickness. Woo, go ahead, Red Hulk. You the man. Now, another thing that keeps me from watching more movies, besides the fact I don't have the money right now, but even before that, when I did, was I do not like going by myself. So unless I have somebody else to go with, I'll usually say, you know what, I can watch it when it come out on video. Not really bothered, too much by all that, but I don't like going places by myself. And that's partly because of where I grew up. But if I don't have anybody to go with, not going. And if they busy and they doing this, that, or they don't really want to see it and stuff like that, well, then it might be a while. Yeah, I'm just keep on going with Archangel till he goes down. He a little beast. Okay. Yeah, my suicides are gonna kill me. Huh, but not before they took him out. That is hilarious. I think that's it for old Archangel, though. But you see the kind of work Archangel put in, though. Doughboy, what is up? Good to see you. That's not what this Dr. Voodoo said when he saw Red Hulk, though. Instead, he said, oh, no. No Red Hulk. Not in the face. Not in the face. Keith says, I love premiere nights for huge movies. Great atmosphere. I don't mind them. I'm not fond of really big crowds. But as long as I'm with my homies, I don't care. Whoops. He was unstoppable. Here, eat all that. Yep. Anyone watch Captain Marvel? I didn't. But then again, like I said, I don't have the money, and a lot of my friends, at least the few that are left here, some moved away, some got married, blah blah blah. But no one really wanted to watch it. I didn't really care, one way or another. But it's all good. Think of this. I really want to see Brawley, and I didn't see that one yet either. However, we are going to watch it very soon. But I didn't get a chance to watch that one when it was in the theaters. Wow. Remember what I told y'all? Look at all this. And y'all saw me evade his thing just fine. Look at that. Now suddenly I can't evade it. It's all good. Evade that one, evade his special one, no problem. And then can't seem to evade it at all. See, I went to the Force Awakens premiere a few years ago. It was crazy. Haven't seen that one either. In fact, I stopped watching some of the Star Wars, the later ones anyway. Ooh, caught her with that last wing. Ah, you got blood. Over with. I ain't woke enough to watch Captain Marvel. All right, fair enough. J House says, I remember Infinity War opening weekend and the scene where Thor teleported down in Wakanda and people went nuts. It's an awesome atmosphere. Oh yeah, no doubt. Wasted $1 and that is a total loss. Ouch. It wasn't even worth $1. That's saying something. The pop for when Beardo appeared was big. Thor's pop was insane. I could imagine. The floor was having the same issues with Torch about evades being different in the quest and the mission. Yeah. It's odd, and I usually manage to adjust a little bit, but sometimes I can't. What's funny is that I'll unconsciously adjust and not realize that I'm doing it. And then suddenly when I'm not able to do it anymore, you know, I'll try evading and I'm like, wait, why is it not working? And I start thinking about it. And it's probably because I gotten used to evading it on one timing and it changed on me. I don't do too well with that sort of thing. Citizen Bravo, what is up? What does your name remind me? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Your name reminds me of a game. Okay. was doing fine. Now he's just hitting into my block. Get a little bit of health. Appreciate it. Yeah, you got a little health. But yeah, I'm trying to remember what game it was. Shazam is a great movie. Looks like DC is coming on track. Yeah, I've heard some good things about Shazam. People were saying that DC movie was as good as Marvel. Ooh, what was that? Alrighty then. I don't know what he was doing. Captain America! You guys remember LT? That's how he would always say it. Captain America! His name reminds you of a watch? Yeah. I don't know. Original name came from an anime, but I tweaked it. Okay, maybe that's why. Because Bravo, of course, is a like army call sign type over the radio. And but Citizen Bravo, cannot remember. I don't think it was Halo. Could be. I don't know. All right, brother. Oh, suddenly my parry didn't work. Cool. Bet you that hurt you. Don't be mad. I ain't fighting you over there. All right, London Town. Yep, that was who it was. LT, Mr. LT. Shazam comes off as a bit childish to me. I'll see it, but probably not until on demand. Yeah, I'll see it eventually, no doubt. Silver Zealot. I don't remember seeing your name, so welcome to the shadows. What's going on? So I just lost an AW with a difference by 10 points. Yeah, we've lost close ones like that, and we've also won close ones like that. We're not really pushing in war anymore now. Now it's all about that alliance quest. Rewards are just so much better for so much less stress. It's not even funny. And as long as you have the right champions, it's actually kind of fun. Shazam was really funny, good popcorn cruncher, but won't be one of the top hero movies. Just what I like. I like them funny and you know, movies that don't take themselves too seriously. I don't need things that play with my emotions. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. There's principalities in this. Y'all know where that's from, I'm sure. That's right. Brought in Starkey. Do all your crazy timings. Starkey don't care. Knockout! Down goes Torch. No more playing with you. Hamp 2020, what is up? Hamp is in the house. Citizen Bravo is also a band. I'm pretty sure that's not what I was thinking. But I didn't know that. Yep, Citizen. Friday. That is where that's from. playing with my money, like playing with my emotions. Ooh, uppercut. Tiger uppercut. Miss Parker, yup. Just don't know. It's like, I love you, Miss Parker. I ain't gonna say what else he said he wanted to do with Miss Parker. She said, what? Nothing. Chris Tucker, straight up fool. And I got a friend, the friend that I was talking about the other day, that would sometimes, you know, come with his ladies to the movies with us all. He looks and acts just like Chris Tucker. And if you ever saw him, you'd be like, huh, you're right. He gets that so much. People actually think he Chris Tucker sometimes. Oh, man. All the Fridays. Not all of them were as good as the first one, but they still had something in them to make me laugh. Everybody in the ghetto know what you're doing. What? Oh, better not continue saying that song. Oh, we. But I was remembering that song because, of course, of Ice Cube, who played in Friday. But of course, I remember him before when he was a rapper. It was around the time a lot of rappers, producers were going, you know what? These rappers are really performing, and some of them might, you know, do good, you know, in acting and stuff like that. Not all of them did. Some of them did, but not all of them. But I remember they got their start as rappers. Are they doing another Rush Hour movie? Yeah, I'm with Keith. I hope not. I liked them though, but why does it do that? You guys seeing that? It clicks down and then it goes up again and then goes down again. That is really weird. Next Friday, Friday after next. Yep. I said I liked them all, but I didn't like them all equally. Woo! Get that evade out the way. And wreck house. Woo! Once you have his rhythm down, it's all good. Unlike that other crazy Ultron and his crazy evades. Will Smith is the best example. Absolutely. He's the most successful rapper to movie star. Absolutely. Mark Wahlberg comes in second. Trying to remember who that is. Of course, I know Will Smith. He's the DJ. I'm the rapper. Hello, can anybody hear me? You can? Okay, good. My rhymes have been written not to be bitten, but as it seems, some suckers keep forgetting the rules about rapping. But that's alright, cause every time I hand it time I have them all uptight. Stronger than a dinosaur, better known as thin, and in the battles I battle, I usually win. I mean, less than a minute. It all depends on how long it takes you rappers to realize that trying to defend yourself is ridiculous. Didn't you get my message inside of the question? You're a toy boy, and I'm the real McCoy. And I'm really gonna enjoy seeing you destroyed. If I was Fred Flintstone, I'd probably own all of Bedrock. If I was a criminal, I'd probably be on the cell block. How many of y'all remember that? Woo. While I'm going back, I'm getting wrecked. Come on, brother. Come on. Only problem with doing that is I'm running suicide, so I get the health, but then I lose it thanks to recoil. Oh! That was my fault. See if I can bait another one out. Oh! Whew. Gotta get that evade just right. There we go. Ah, Marky Mark, okay. I definitely know me some Marky Mark. Dude, what about LL Cool J with his Deep Blue Sea movie? Yeah, well. Cool J is not that bad. He wasn't that bad. He had his own sitcom for a little bit. But yeah, he wasn't that bad. Maniac, what's up? What's up? What's good? Nothing, man. Just chilling. DMX was in some decent movies. Yep. All right. Yeah. I don't think I want to do all of this on heroic to fully explore it. I don't think it's worth it. Because at this point, I'd have to use units. Because I'm going to have to use units just to get this one done, but not that many. Because I had some energy refills. But to get heroic fully explored at this point, nah. Yeah, buddy. See, he liked to stagger his attacks like that. Come on, I knew you were gonna do that. Pow! Lay down. Intercepted into oblivion. Vanilla Ice, oh lord. Let's not talk about Vanilla Ice. Yo, it's the Green Machine, gonna rock the town without being seen. Yeah. I liked his music though. I'll give him that. Definitely like that. Still getting pumped up watching Independence Day after Will Smith downed the alien fighter ship. Feel like going to the gym after. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Will Smith, man, he did real good. Like I said, he is definitely one of the most successful of the, you know, at least the old school rapper turned movie actor. But that was, you know, from like my time. Any of the newer ones, I couldn't tell you. I might see them in a movie and just don't know who they are. So I just read on Yahoo News that Spider-Man Far From Home movie is actually the final movie of Phase 3 and not Avengers Endgame. I heard somebody talking about it a little bit. They were saying that that movie still has yet to come out, and it's going to be coming out later. And so, yeah, there was speculation on that being the one to tie up some stuff. Feel the Vibration is one of the greatest videos ever. That girl was hot. Hot. Does Eminem and 8 Mile count? I thought he was amazing in that. I love me some Eminem. As a rapper, freestyle especially, he rips folks apart. Actor-wise, not so much. I mean, I liked 8 Mile, but I wouldn't use 8 Mile as a good example of rapper turned movie actor. I mean, he didn't suck, you know, but yeah. That kind of movie was basically a rapper movie. You know, it was sort of, it was not that much different than some of the music videos you might watch, except it was longer. Compare that to, say, Independence Day. Very, very different. Not saying he can't do it, just in that movie, that wasn't that kind of movie. Itans, what's up, what's up? How about the luck on the Dungeon Crystal Pull? Did I already put that out? Did that come out this morning? Because I recorded it and I have it scheduled, so I don't remember if I actually let's go down this way. I don't remember if it actually published out today or scheduled for tomorrow. Definitely have to hold on, let me smack her around a little bit here. There we go. I definitely have to get on my variant videos. Just need to add some narration and edit them a little bit, shorten them, that sort of thing. Okay, hold up. Chat getting a little past me. Movie comes out in July. All right. I thought there was going to be another Black Panther movie. I have no idea. I'm trying to find out who that girl was, but can't find it. The internet has failed me. Oh, man. Maybe she just doesn't want to be found. I have everything Eminem has put out. All right, J House. Yeah, he's a beast. All right. Yeah. Did you see the new Fast and Furious trailer? Nope, I didn't. Oh, you were talking about your Omega. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll get him one day, Itans, one day. Calvin and Hobbes, hey. I remember them, loved them. Eminem was originally casted for Southpaw before being taken over. All right. Not sure what that is. I only saw the Aegon video this morning. Okay. I try to do one a day. So if Aegon was today, then that dungeon one is going to be tomorrow. Okay. Hobbs and Sean. All right. Let's let me mess around with this guy with Archangel. Can't even remember if he's poison immune, is he? Obviously, he's not bleed immune. Nope, he's not poison immune. Neuros. Over with for you, bruh. Archangel the Beast. That's just a shame. Archangel just taking him out. Oh, Southpaw boxing movie. Got it. Problems connecting to your network. Awesome. I watch every video you put out. Usually comes out right before LaFleur's stream, so it works well. Yeah, it's the same time. I try to do it at the same time every morning. I might put out, if I put out a second one, then that one will be at a different time. All right, so this is the first time, 30 units. But this should be the last path, I think. So I just spent 30 units to do that, but if I try to do the heroic, however many paths, that's going to be quite a few units, and it's just not worth it. The rewards, not worth it. Now, if it was uncollected that I hadn't done, then yeah, it would be worth it. Well, Shadow is like, all right, Chad is annoying, back to fighting. That's not what I said, or even what I was thinking. I just caught up with the chat already. I actually scroll back up, see what I missed. So if I did miss anybody, just gonna have to repeat it. Oh, now it's gonna lag. Woohoo! Good old Starkey. My boy. Come on, you know you want to throw it. Well, you lost your chance. I was just holding block. Sometimes when you hold block, they won't throw their specials, but sometimes they will. Especially when they get down to the wire there. And they're about to die. J-House, that's a good question. Am I going to be streaming the new monthly tomorrow? Nope. I do not stream the new content right away because there's too many people that are going to be streaming it. You know, Seaton will be streaming it. Brian Grant might stream it. I don't know. Dooley Ray may do it. Legacy. Dorky Diggity Dave may do it. So when there's new content, I don't usually stream. I just watch them. And then I'll stream it later if it looks like it's going to be something fun that I might want to stream. But if it looks too easy, then I might not. I might just make a video on it and then release it and talk about it. Just depends. Finn, the mighty yet gentle Darkside Dolphin Warrior. Hello. And yes, I've already given a little speech about the no spoilers. Spoilers will get you banned. Same deal like Brian Grant. Not too many things will get you banned, but that's one of them. Don't even play and try to put out fake spoilers. I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know whether it was a real spoiler or a fake spoiler, so we treat them all the same. Banned. Okay. All right. Do I watch Game of Thrones? Nope. Not even a little bit. I'm really more into watching comedies and action. So, anime, cartoons, no, they're not the same thing. But other than that, I don't really watch TV. I actually don't even have, let me see, we do have Netflix and Hulu. But even when I watch on there, it's usually something family friendly, funny, that sort of thing. Yeah, this looks like it's the last path. So we should be good. Exactly, Keith. That's one of the reasons that I kind of, well, just one of many that I stay away from. Let's just say I don't need any of that prime in my pump. Not at all. Had more than my share. Woo, come on. Come on. Oh yeah, you about to get knocked out. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, just in case someone didn't hear, my plan is to delete, warn. If they don't listen, goodbye. Yep. Sounds like a good plan. Maniac, where am I from? Originally, New York City, the Bronx. That's where I was born and raised. And not an exactly a nice one either. But a better area than some. Alrighty. Physical resist. But my bleeds. Okay. I'll come to you then. Get them neuros on you. Oh my. Oh my. I'm just glad that you're hurting. Here, have a little few more of these. Go to sleep. That metaphor was actually quite literal. Yeah. And there we go. Uncollected. Master. Fully explored. And see, I want those sig stones. Not too many ways for me to get them. Working on another T2 alpha there. Yep. All right. So that's 1 hour. Let's see. Yep, uncollected, master. Let me just make sure. Nope. We're going to run through one of heroic just so that I can get the completion. So I'll still have to use my some units, but I'm not too worried about all that. It's worth it to just get the initial completion. But I'm not going to fully explore it. In fact, we're going to just auto-fight that bad boy. All right, Ankong. Thanks for stopping by. Ooh, football match. Yeah, soccer. Yeah, I'm familiar with how others refer to it. Football. Maniac, me too. 241st, over by White Plains Road. Haha. I grew up 182nd, 183rd, off of the Grand Concourse. Over there by Webster, if you know where that is. On that same block, there were actually some steps going down that would lead you to Webster. And I used to hang around all the time. 125th and 145th. I tried to stay away from 161st. If you know anything about that area, it's Yankee Stadium, or at least it used to be. And not a good environment to be in outside of when the games were on. But yeah, that was my stomping ground. And I always hung out. I had friends in a couple other different places. Not just my block. Let's see. El Nino, what is up? Keep up the good fight. Well, thank you. Most appreciated, man. So, man, look at this. It's already 3. And I have not touched Arena. That's because I kind of front-loaded a lot of stuff. One more round, and I'll be done with the 5-star featured, and I'm almost done with the 4-star basic. And we're still talking, you know, this is early, second day? So, I'm not too worried about it. Have you ever watched Gangs of New York? It's about gangs in the late 1800s in the 5 boroughs. It sounds familiar. I tended not to watch a lot of those types of things because living the life, by the time that I got around, gangs were not as big We used to call them posses. We didn't have the it wasn't as organized, but they were, and they were still there in some areas. It just wasn't as big. My father was in one a long time ago. Trying to remember, you guys have heard of the Gangster's Disciples. Before they were the Gangster's Disciples, they were, I believe, the Latin Kings or something like that, and that's my father was in that gang. Gangs were much different, yeah. Maniac, you know all those places, but stay over by my side mostly. Well, that's what you do. So, like I was saying to people earlier, I don't really like going to places by myself. So, you know, fellow New Yorker, you already understand. You stay in your lane. In fact, most people don't leave their block if they can help it. And if you did, you went with other folks. You know, you ran around with your posse. And I was that way in college. I always had my boys with me anywhere that I went, unless, you know, I was just going home. But if I had to go someplace, most of the time, I went with folks. And I'm still like that to this day. I mean, I go places by myself, obviously, but I don't like it. And if I can avoid it, I will. You remember the Vice Lords and Disciples when you're growing up? Yeah. It's just really funny sometimes, Keith. People that don't know me and they don't know where I came from, they'll hear me speaking like this, right? And they'll form this picture of me, which is very opposite. And I don't usually try to even dispel it unless they actually annoy me. But I just find it amusing most of the time. I'll be like, okay, yeah. Form your picture if you want to. It's all good. That was a long time ago, and I worked hard to leave a lot of that behind me. That old me. Blue waffle, what is up? You know my favorite waffles are blueberry waffles. Don't know why your name made me think of that. I'm not searching it up right now. For a couple of reasons. My computer is not the best. And the more things I do on it, the more likely it is to lock up. Alrighty. Got that. Nice little T1 Alpha. It's all good. All right. Think that is going to be it. Let me see. I did finish normal, right? Yep. And beginner. Yep. And see, to do heroic, I haven't really done anything. So I have all those paths and I would have to use so many refills. Not really worth it. See, my area had all of those gangs. I was cool with everyone, so it's hard to chill with friends you grew up with. Yeah. And see, I was always the friend. So I had friends all over because it didn't matter to me. I wasn't affiliated, and I didn't really care whether you were affiliated or not. If you were cool, you were cool. So I would hang out, and a lot of times I was often the only one that would be able to, break stuff up or to be the peacekeeper, because I was one that everybody knew didn't really take sides. So if I talked to one or I talked to the other, they knew I wasn't just trying to, get over on them or, cause any trouble for them. I was just trying to do exactly what it looked like, keep the peace or what have you. Let's see. Let me get this done before I go into the arena. Yeah, I wasn't planning to, Maniac. I figure there's a reason. And do take Keith's warning seriously, Blue. I like to be drama-free. In fact, I am allergic to it. I won't avoid it if I need to, but you might not like how I handle the drama. Don't watch dramas on TV. I don't try to run to where I think there is going to be drama. No, sir. But anyway, so you're a fellow New Yorker, Maniac, man. The stories that I have to tell. Now, I don't know how old you are, whether you told me, but I grew up in New York in the 70s and 80s. I left New York in 88. I came back for a visit in 89, and that was it. I haven't been back since. I still have some family there, but the only ones that I've seen that were there have come to visit me here. Otherwise, nope. Not going back to visit. My time in New York was not the most pleasant of times, so not looking to go back there anytime soon. Oops. I was trying to adjust something, and I am not like Brian Grant, so I cannot play and try to do something else. Here we go. Toasty. In the 80s and 90s. Okay, so we overlapped. In the 80s, that's when I was mid to late 80s was when I was in high school. I graduated in 88. And after I graduated from high school, I moved out to Michigan. Talk about a culture shock, Maniac. Imagine going from the area that I grew up in. So there weren't a wide variety of different types of people, as you might say. So the area I grew up in. And then I moved out to Michigan, where for the first time, I was actually in the minority. It was a culture shock and a half, let me tell you. Yeah, not a good experience. And I always tell people, some parts of New York, great. Especially upstate New York, awesome place. That ain't where I grew up. We went out there a little bit. I think my mom had a job interview up there one time, and we went up there. Other than that, you didn't really go many places. So yeah, not going back even for a visit. In fact, in '89, I remember because everybody, my entire family, my dad passed away in '87. So he never got a chance to see me graduate. When I graduated, I was not going to go anywhere and leave my family, in New York. And you could understand that, right? You know, they had no one else. I don't have any brothers. It was just me and my father. Everybody else, there was my mother, my two sisters, my grandmother, and my great-grandmother. She actually outlived my father. And there was no way I was going to leave them in New York. So my mom, who wanted to move out of New York, it was mainly my father who stayed, kept her there. She was just like, well, we'll just go, we'll move wherever you're going to go to college. We'll just move out there. So that's what we did. I went to a college out in Michigan, university, and everybody moved out there. My great-grandmother passed away before we moved. She passed away, I think, about a week or two after my father passed away. And I mean, it was something else, man, because we were expecting her. She was like 93, and she was sick and had been sick for a long time. So that we were expecting. We weren't expecting my father, who was 43 at the time. All right, this boy want to act crazy. See if I can evade his special 2. There we go. That worked out just fine. And then I get hit with that heavy because I couldn't move. Special 1 evaded. Cool. Whoops, that was me. I mistimed it. My timing was off. And I could feel it was off, but really couldn't stop myself. But anyway, so yeah, it looks like our stories are very similar, Maniac. I left, oh dang, I was getting wrecked. Look at all that. Okay, and then he turtled. Okay. I left because I wasn't leaving them there. I was going to actually go to a local community college. But my mom was just like, no, we can leave. And I was like, I don't care where you go. I just don't want to leave you here without any sort of protection. And so we all moved out to Michigan. So in '89, I came back for a visit. See my friends, that I left and everything. Some of them didn't know where I went. We had just left. It was hilarious. Some of the reunions. Lots of fun, man. Some tears and all kind of stuff. But that was the last time I saw some of them. Some of them passed away. Just a nice way of saying they got into some trouble and got shot. Some of them overdosed drugs. One of them I heard was he was in jail, but I don't know where he is now. These are just folks on my block that I grew up with. One of the guys, when I went back there, he had been selling drugs, and now he was on it, and he looked terrible. All right, let me restart the game before I jump into this arena. But yeah, he looked terrible, man. That stuff had him messed up, and I think it was crack. Spanish guy, used to be, good friends and everything. I don't even know if he's alive now. Okay, so Gonna do a little bit. You can see here what I've done in Arena. See, I'm already at 10 million, 10.7 million. So I'm not in any rush. And a few rounds of my 550s will get me the milestones there. Let me see who's... yeah, see, my 6 stars aren't off cooldown yet. And you can see my 5 stars are not even. Some of them might be. But they're not going to come off cooldown for a little bit. So I'm going to run through my 550s. Get to about 11 million. And then later on, run through them. Might even split it, I don't know. Split it to the 4-star featured. Get a little jump on that one. When I tell people a story, they think it's a movie I'm talking about. Yeah, I know. If they have not lived in that kind of environment, they would. Now, here's something that's funny. You know, hearing me talk, you know, I don't necessarily, sometimes I'll slip up and I'll you know, fall on old habits, but I don't sound like somebody that grew up in the neighborhood that I did. And even while I was there, I almost became sort of bilingual. I spoke one way to my friends out on the block, and then I spoke another way to my friends at school, you know, at church and things like that. So my sister, not the one that comes on stream with me, because she left when we left, she was very, very young. But my other sister, we are about 11 months apart. She's adopted. Now, this is a very interesting case of nature versus nurture. She's adopted, but we grew up in the same household, same environment, went to the same schools. And I promise you, if you hear her talk right now, you'd be like, okay, yeah, she's from New York. Because she sounds exactly the way that I used to when I wasn't paying attention to myself, that is. And sometimes if I'm talking to somebody from there, I might switch a little bit, not really thinking about it. I wish I could get her online sometime so you guys could hear it. Y'all would just get a kick out of it. Y'all be like, no way. Oh. Okay, but yeah, so you guys see, my guys are not even off cooldown yet. And when they do come off cooldown, they're probably going to come off cooldown in about, they'll start in about 30 minutes or so, maybe more. And I'm going to try to work on that content because it looks like I've got one more day of content. And then I don't have anything prepared. I got it. I just need to edit it and get it on up there. So I might do that a little bit later on after the stream. All right. True story. I went to Catholic school and talked 2 different ways, although the school had the same type of people that were in public school. You just adapt without even knowing it. Exactly. That is exactly right, Maniac. It's just, like I said, it's funny. You know, and I say bilingual because that's how kids pick that stuff up. While, oh, okay. Some of my 5 stars are, let me see who's off cooldown. Okay, just those 2. Yeah, hour and a half, and they'll all be off cooldown. So they're just starting to come off cooldown. But anyway, yeah. It also helped that I came from a family that was always into education. my mother was a teacher, and I used to make fun of her because she had two different ways of speaking as well. And she would switch when she was talking on the phone to someone. And see, we would call that nowadays, it would be her professional voice, where she spoke very eloquently. And, it was hilarious to hear, because she'd be talking to us one way, but we heard both. And I was able to do that myself after a while. And when I went up to Michigan, after I graduated, I got a job part-time at this one place that was helping people find jobs 18 and over. And it was like a continuing adult education where you taught them basic math and reading skills. And there were companies that had signed on and promised to hire folks that graduated from the program and then teach them, the job or whatever. But they were having a hard time finding people that had basic math and reading skills. And one of the classes that they had me teach was a life learning type class. And I actually was a certified facilitator. You can look that up if you want to know what a facilitator is. And one of the classes that I taught them, I was trying to teach them, learn this, because there was a mental block. They thought it was being a sellout. Okay, they thought it was being a sellout to speak this way. And I was trying to tell them, no, it's not being a sellout. You're just, in essence, learning another language. That's all you're doing. Nothing says that you cannot still talk the way that you normally would talk. But here's another way, just another tool in your toolkit. Well, I had a chance for a very powerful object lesson. One of the young ladies in the class, and I remember her so well, she, after class, she had only heard me in class. After class, one of my friends had come up and I was talking to him, and she actually heard me speaking then. And I talked, of course, very differently than I did in class. And he saw her, because I didn't see her. She was coming out and she was, standing there with her mouth open. And I turned around, I looked at her, and I was just like, yeah, because I'm like, what's going on? And she was like, you don't sound anything like you sound when you're teaching us in there. I said, no. I said, just like how I was telling you, because unconsciously I was talking to somebody I think he was from Brooklyn. And so, of course, I was talking differently. And I told her, I was like, this is what I was telling you. I said, just because you learn how to speak this way doesn't mean you have to give up speaking the other way, too. You're not being a sellout. Naughty Tim. But she was very cute and she was my type. But anyway, I wasn't about to do that whole, And the funny thing is, at the time, I was just out of college. And remember, this was an 18 and over program. So she and I were very close in age. She had to have been at most maybe 2 years younger than me, possibly just one. But she was spoken for, which was no surprise because she was fine. Anyway, Citizen Bravo, you need to watch Sorry to Bother You. Is that a comedy? Maniac says, when I moved here, everyone was saying, why you talk so fast? Exactly, Maniac. And that is hilarious. Oh, all right. So Maniac, since you said that, let me tell you a story. Now, I'm here in Georgia. I don't know how much you know about Georgia, but the folks here laid back and kind of slow, right? So I was in a Subway, and there was a girl behind the counter who obviously was not from here. And there was a guy, he was in front of me, and she was asking him, what did he want on his sandwich? He could not understand her. And I couldn't understand why he couldn't understand her. I'm like, she's not speaking another language. And it was a lesson for me. This is like when I first moved down here. And this was a lesson for me because she was speaking very quickly, but I was used to it. Oh, yeah, Stiletto would definitely have messed with you, boy. Oh, man. But, yeah. She actually, as they say, because at the time, there was no such term, but the term Ebonics, which not a lot of people accept or like, but that phrase, that coined term, would be what they would say she was speaking. You know, she wasn't pronouncing all of her words, and she was speaking rather quickly. And so, you know, I understood her perfectly. I had no problem. And I actually translated. I was actually sitting there like she was speaking another language, translating for her. And of course, she looked disgusted, you know, at the guy, because she's just like, you know, why can't he understand me? I'm not saying anything in a different language, you know. It was amazing. I was like, wow. I told my mom about it, and she was like, yeah. She said, because you're used to it, so, you know, you wouldn't even notice it. You'd have to actually pay attention, which I didn't, because, you know, I was used to it. It didn't sound odd to me at all. I have respect when ladies are around. Ha, my sister ain't no lady. She's my sister. I used to tell people that. I was like, my mom isn't a woman. She's a mom. Quit all that stuff. It's like dark comedy with sci-fi sprinkled in. It makes use of the white voice. Yeah, I was avoiding saying that, Citizen Bravo, because I don't ordinarily get triggered. I just get into an educational frame of mind, because yeah, that is how people refer to it. And I've had people tell me, man, you sound white. And I'll tell them, look, this is not sounding white. This is sounding eloquent and educated, because it's not unique to one race. And then I point out to them, I said, do you know how insulting that is? And I just go into an education thing, you know, because a lot of people don't realize the history of where we learn to speak that way, you know. So like I said, I get all edumacation on him. Let's see. Maniac says, had a young kid at my job from New York that no one could understand. And I was like, huh? What are y'all talking about? Exactly. Now, here's something else funny, Maniac. So I picked up some terms, and I talked a little funny when I was in New York. And I didn't find out why until I was an adult. That's because, remember I said that I lived with my grandmother and my great-grandmother, you know, along with my mom and everything. Well, my dad was from Harlem. My mom, of course, was born and raised in New York. But my grandmother and my great-grandmother and most of the rest of my family were born and raised down south, Savannah, Georgia. They moved up to New York. And then here we go, moving back down here. So, like, I would always say y'all, but no one up there said y'all. But my grandmother did. Most of the people up there didn't know what a switch was. I did. My grandmother would have me go make a switch. We had a tree out in the backyard, and we had to make a switch. And heaven help you if you tried to make a small one, because you get whooped with that one, and then you'd have to go out and get a bigger one. But most of the folks that I grew up with, they didn't know nothing about no switch. They didn't get hit with a switch. Like I hit with everything else. Belt, shoe. But oh yeah. All right. Woo. All right. I get that too, but the movie especially calls it that. I've been told either I sound white on the phone or I speak well. I'm like, I talk how I talk, F off. Yeah, exactly, citizen. Like I said, it depends on my mood. I'll get educational and just educate them. But here's the funny thing. Remember I said that my mom would do that? That's what I said to her. I said, Mom, you sound white. And the reason I said that, of course, was because no one in my area where I grew up spoke like that. No one that I could, hear. She was the only one that I heard speak that way that was black. And she only did that when she was on the phone. The only other people I ever heard speaking that way was on television. So, yeah, I get it. I get why people say that. I just like to educate them every once in a while. Sometimes I don't even bother. Like I said, it just depends on my mood. Jamaica, yeah. Oh, man. Maniac. My father used to have a joke. Obviously, you know my area, so you know Jamaicans, Hispanics, that's all that was there, right? But my father had a friend, and this was way back in the day, of course, where there was still segregation and things like that was rampant. And he was getting on the bus, and he was from Jamaica, okay? And this white guy said, you can't sit there. You got to go to the back of the bus. And he said, why do I have to go to the back of the bus? He said, all blacks go to the back of the bus. And he said, well, I am Jamaican. And the guy said, I don't care what kind of black y'all, go to the back of the bus. And my father just laughed about that. Found it hilarious. Oh, man. Neck hurts, back hurts. I think I slept wrong. I knew she was gonna throw that special. Just so she had more time to get her healing on. Oh, almost at 11 million. And see, I can get 3.5 million a round. So I just need one more round, and not even one more round, half a round. In fact, what I might end up doing at this point, since I'm at 11, I may just use my 550s in this arena. I don't know. I might just want to get it done with, get it over with. But I was thinking of just rotating 550s here, which would be enough, along with my 6 stars, and I'll be fine. And that way I can get a jump on the 4-star featured, but I might. Yeah, see, Maniac. That's why it was so funny. That's exactly why it was so funny. And like I said, I'm very familiar with the mindset, which is why it was so funny, because we have so many friends that are West Indian, and we actually found out. Get this. I said that my other sister was adopted. We didn't know until recently. She decided to look for her mother, and she found her. Sadly, her father had passed away. And she found out that she has another brother and a sister. And we found out that her family comes from the West Indies. And we kept saying that all the time. We were like, she has a lot of the characteristics that we know, but we had no proof. But yeah, we forget which island. But yeah, she is West Indian. What's your opinion about Kate Smith? Who is Kate Smith? I guess that answers that question. Don't really have one since I'm not quite sure who that is. Can't wait to be able to get 2K shards without needing units. Oh man, you're using units? I didn't even go for 2K shards until I didn't need units. I would just go for whatever I could get. But I wasn't spending units. No, sir. Let's get you. I think I'm gonna take up Hood next because I always use him in this Trinity here in the arena. Always, so I might go ahead and do that. I have the 5-star version of him, so the only reason that I would take him up as a 4-star would be because of that. Or who knows, I might leave him there and take up Darkhawk. We'll see. Robert Estrada, what is up? Yo, yo, yo. Good to see you. Whoops. Forgot I was fighting with Ghost. Okay. Come on, stop that. Thank you. Oh, no, you don't. You do that, then I do that. Nah, if I did go for them, I would need units. I just go for 1K. Okay, got you. You're just saying you would need it if you were to go for it, and you can't wait until you can do it. Basically, do it without having to worry about the units. I got you. Woo, love that lightning. It's shocking. She's a famous singer of which now 80 years after she had racist songs from the 30s is getting pulled from playing in professional sports stadiums. Oh man. Yeah, no, I didn't even know. Honestly, I don't keep track of those sorts of things. But, you know, there was one that I remember was the talk of a lot. Do you remember the story of Emmett? I think it's Emmett Till, Tim? Very, very well-known story. We were always told that story as a warning. He was the young black boy, came to the South. You know, I think he was here for a visit, and he was accused of looking and whistling at a white woman. And they came, yeah, Tim, they came and actually got him from where he was staying with another lady who was taking care of him. And they took him and beat him to death. Well, on her deathbed, that woman that accused him of doing that. See, a lot of people thought maybe he did it, but it still didn't warrant what happened to him. On her deathbed, she actually finally confessed. I guess it was weighing on her all these years. I could only imagine how she felt. But she admitted that he didn't. She actually lied. I remember that one, and we were talking about that, and I was like, man, now a lot of people were, angry at her and everything, but I'm thinking, what kind of a life must she have had holding on to that all of her life, knowing it? She may have been forbidden to speak of it for fear of those same people that killed him, I mean, I guess I felt for her, even at the same time, not condoning what she did, So if that's any idea of how I would feel about the situation you're talking about, that give you an idea of the way that I think a lot of times. I don't hold grudges, and I am very forgiving. And I'm very forgiving because I am someone, just like everybody here, in need of forgiveness. Now, some people may not want it. They may not care. They may have the attitude of whatever. But not me. I don't need forgiveness from other people. Only from God. It's the only one that matters. And if I am unforgiving and don't forgive people, well, I'm already told what's going to happen. So, yeah. So that's my attitude. I can forgive someone while not condoning what they did. I can condemn the behavior, but not the person who engaged in the behavior. I'll tell somebody, you'll hear somebody say, man, I'm just, I was a bad kid, or, I was a bad person. And I'll say, no, you weren't a bad person. You were a person who did bad things. That doesn't define you. So I don't condone Kate's music lyrics from the 30s, but that was the 30s. I'm sure the times have changed. Yeah. Put it this way. When I was younger, there were a lot of things, and I listened to some of the things that happened to these stars on television. They go digging years ago when they were kids. You're a different person now most of the time. You're not the same as you were when you were a kid. Most of us aren't. We're not talking about, some of your basic characteristics or your personality traits. No. But when you're a child, you see things from a child's perspective. When you become an adult, that child doesn't go away. You gain a new perspective. So you have people that what we would call childish is because while they have the adult perspective, they are allowing the child to rule. And that's why we say that they're childish. So I don't hold anything against anyone that they did as a child before they gained the adult perspective. There's some kids that have done some horrible things and they're punished for them. But in my opinion, our system is just way too harsh. There was one kid who, I think he was 14. All right, Maniac. There was one kid who was 14. And he was, into some stuff. Let's just say that. Wrong crowd, that sort of thing. And he did something pretty bad. And of course, he needed to be punished. It was bad enough that they tried him as an adult. Mind you, he's 14. They tried him as an adult. Okay. The sentence that they gave him was 3 life sentences. The judge had mercy on him. So I think he ended up serving about 30 about 30 or so years. And see, what does that do? He was 14 when this happened. Now you locked him up. He's grown up in the system. What do you think? He's going to come out and be perfectly fine and well adjusted? No. He doesn't know anything else but what he's learned. So he's going to have a hard time. 14. Not saying he shouldn't be punished, but man, let the punishment not be as severe, because if the prosecutor had their way, they would have given him, he would have been in there still to this day. All right, well, I just read the name of the person I'm fighting here. You guys see that? I'm so tired of. Okay. Anyone from, let me see. I'll admit it. When I was a young kid, I thought gay was so wrong. Then I grew up and I think everyone's choice is their choice and will protect anyone from dealing with people with those childish thoughts. Yeah. I have my own personal convictions, but anytime someone asks me, I'm like, don't ask me my opinion. You make your choices. Don't inflict your choices on me. I don't care what you do, who you do it with, what you do. It's none of my business. Don't make it my business. My only problem is folks that want to force me to accept their choices and behavior. No, it don't work that way. You make your choices, that's fine. That's on you. You make yours, I make mine, and we come together. And growing up where I grew up, you can understand, Tim, that I grew up with many different types of folk. I have always been extremely non-judgmental when dealing with people. You know, people will come to me because I'm very spiritual. And people will, of course, come to me with chips on their shoulder and want to ask me my opinion about different lifestyles and choices and things like that. And I'll tell them, I'm like, look, I've got no heaven or hell for you. So don't ask me anything like that. If you want to know, here, look at this. If you don't accept that, then good. That's your choice. My opinion should not matter at all. I don't have an opinion outside of this. So if you reject that, that's good. It's not going to make me treat you any different. Oh, man. I have got to rest my back. I think this is going to be the last round. Is anybody streaming right now? I always forget to check that just before I'm leaving. But I'll bet you somebody is streaming because I saw the watch count go down quite a bit. Cut in half, so usually that means somebody's streaming. Oh, man. Katie? Or KT1? There's two. So I don't know if you're talking about KT or KT. You know, Katie Candy or KT1? Let me see. Let me check here. Exactly, Tim. That is exactly the way, a way to be. Because no matter what category of any of that, if you're a jerk, it doesn't matter anything else. Although I will say this, I have been the only friend that some jerks have had. So that should tell you a little something about me. It's really difficult to really get me to the point where I don't even want to be your friend. And I remember people that got to know me would say that. Feel free to post a link to KT. Let me see. Yeah, post a link to his if you can to his live stream. But yeah, people that know me, they'll say, "Man, if you don't like the person, then that person, is really bad." And it's true. I get along with almost anybody, but some folks, some of them got mental issues. I don't know. All right, guys. That's the hashtag. And you have the link. Tim just posted up the link. And I'll drop over to his stream so I can see who followed me over there. Give KT a little bit of love. He has some good content as well. Timo, what is up? What is up? Yeah, we just closing up here. Billy D, yep. I knew you met KT1. And Paul, yep. What's up? But take care, everybody. Follow that link. Give KT1 some love. Hashtag out of the shadows. And you all have a blessed day.